What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, a handful of you know that I am very much into doing follow-up videos because I like to come back and show you guys how products have been holding up and how they have been working over a decent amount of time. So in this video today, we're going to be taking a look at this Chesona white iPad keyboard case that I've had for now about 8 months. If you're new to the channel and you've never seen that video, I will put a card somewhere on the screen, but I'm talking about this specific video right here. But there will be a card on the screen for you to go back and take a look at that video. Because in that video, we unboxed it. We talked about where you can get it from, how much it's going to cost. We looked at all the RGB lights. We looked at every single little aspect about this actual keyboard case. But in this video today, we won't be doing that. We're just going to kind of go back over real quick. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. Give you guys like my perspective on how, how this case has been helping me throughout my time. Just give you guys some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like, just to kind of follow back up on it 8 months later. All right, stay tuned. So first things first about this case, it is hard shell. We got some like shiny, clear material going on here. It's a matte white case. We got the Chesona branding here. Got a nice keyboard cutout. We got a spot right here for your actual pencil. If you guys can see that, got a spot for the pencil, but you can still place your pencil across the top right here as well. Down here on the bottom, you got your cutout, speakers, all that stuff. You got your Bluetooth button, USB-C charging. You got your USB-C for your cutout for your actual iPad. On this part up here at the top, you got your, your cutouts as well right here for the speakers and so forth. Down here on the bottom, you got 2 feet, and then you got the Bigfoot right here is what I call it, the Bigfoot. Opening up this case, all you do is take it right here and you pull it open. Once you open it, it automatically turns on. So it's kind of like sleep-wake function, obviously. But all you do to power it up, you just turn it on. I have my power on already. So you just touch somewhere, touch a key or something. It'll automatically sync Bluetooth once you do that. And that way, it'll turn on. You have your actual trackpad, which works right here, as you can see. You still have all your touch functions and so forth right here. And also, if you wanted to type, you can go into here and you can just type whatever it is that you need right there, right? Which is, I think, is pretty cool. So just to kind of do that small rundown. You also have right here, you have your lights for the RGB, for the backlights on the keys. RGB, you can increase the brightness by 3 levels. So you got 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how well that's picking up on the cameras. I don't really want to dim the lights. And then you can cycle through each color just like that by holding the light, pressing page up or down. You can cycle through. You also have the brightness up and down. Basically, you have a function key roll for the iPad, which I think is cool. As you can see, you can do that. You can turn up the volume, you can mute it, so forth and so on. I mean, you can even lock the screen. You can unlock the screen. I mean, it's just, overall, it's just a really neat keyboard. And I like it. I have been using it. Mine still looks pretty brand new because I only pull it out when I actually need it. And in cases of, me needing it, I give you like a good example of when I actually use it. I don't travel that much. However, this year my kids are back in baseball, well, baseball and softball, they're playing again. And what I like to do is I put my iPad in this case, and when I get my kids to their practices and their games, like tonight we have a game at about 7:30, so I'll probably take my iPad with me so I can edit videos and do other things on my iPad. So what I do is I pull up maybe about a good 45 minutes to an hour so they can get some warm up and some practice in, because that's what the coach likes. And while they're warming up and practicing with the coach, I'll pull this out and I'll just, type up some stuff, or I edit some videos and so forth, and I think that's a great time for me to be using this keyboard. When I'm sitting around in the house, I don't really typically use it. I don't see the need for it because what I end up doing is I plug in my iPad to my actual monitor and I just use my Logitech keyboard just like that and my mouse. So I typically don't use it when I'm in the house. I typically only use it when I'm, away from the house and I know that I'm gonna need that keyboard function. If I don't need the keyboard function, then I don't use this keyboard. And that's one of the main reasons why mine still looks kind of brand new, because if I'm not traveling, I don't use it. One of the other features I like about it is the fact that it rotates. So you can always, rotate your screen any kind of way you want to show somebody. And you can always put it down if you just need to go into tablet mode that way as well. And you can just kind of, spin it back around right here and get it back in the orientation that you need it in. One of the biggest things that I don't like about this case is the fact that it is very, very, I don't want to say flimsy, but it's wobbly as far as the screen if you touch it. See, it's very wobbly. So like if you're poking around on the screen and so forth, it gets really, really wobbly like that, as you can see. See that? It gets really, really wobbly. So basically you kind of have to just use your pencil and just kind of, you know, touch it, you know, lightly if you don't want to get that wobble. But if that doesn't bother you, then it is what it is. If you're somebody who don't really poke around on the screen as much and you don't need to do all that stuff and you just want to type, then this keyboard is for you. But if like this is going to be an issue for you right here, this little wobbliness right there, then I don't suggest that you invest into this actual keyboard case. Other than that, it provides great protection for your actual iPad. I love the way it looks. It reminds me of a dedicated small laptop. I mean, literally, it just looks like a nice, white, cool little laptop, man. That's what it looks like to me. And it's a hard shell, which I think I like a lot. The hinge is sturdy right here in the back when you open it up. That hinge is sturdy, but it just has that wobble to it. Another thing I do like about it is I like the branding. I just like the overall way it looks, though. It looks really, really nice. And another reason why I wanted to bring this back to the channel and show you guys that I'm still using it is because the iPad Air 5 has came out. And because the iPad Air 5 has came out, there's going to be a lot of different accessories that you can use with the 5 that you were able to use with the 4. And I'm not sure if Chesona is going to make another keyboard case like this one for the iPad Air 5, which I'm pretty sure they will. But just in the event that they don't, I do believe that this case will fit the iPad Air 5. Do I believe that this case is a good case as an alternative to the Magic, you know, keyboard case or whatever? I think that you would be very, very pleased with this case. I do know I was getting comments on the video previously about this case that people were having a couple of issues with it, Bluetooth, battery dying, just a lot of different stuff. And for me personally, I haven't experienced that, and that could be the fact that I haven't used it as much, you know, in the 8 months. I haven't been like a dedicated diehard user to this case. I probably use it about 3.5 months, like kind of really off and on. But other than that, I think this case is great. I think a lot of you guys will benefit from this case. I think if you're going to use this case for, you know, the purposes of typing and being able to be on the go, then I think that this case is going to work for you. So that's really about it for this case. I just wanted to follow up with you guys real quick so that you can see it, know that I have been using it and that I have been continuing to use this case throughout the months for this past 8 months in general, right? So with that being said, it's been your boy Jay. See you guys in the next video. Peace.